What's up, guys? We're here to watch Zuzanna Mazur, 76 kg world junior champion. My first one, so this shit meant a lot, and especially after what we've been through in Germany. I'll talk about that later, but right now, we'll just watch her performance. I'll commentate on what was going through my head, what was going most likely through her head, you know. So yeah, you will see kind of inside of what went into this. I have a camera here and a video there, so sorry if I don't watch the camera all the time. So I probably won't be, but it's not about me; it's about her. And I'll be cutting it from YouTube video because I feel like a boomer. My fucking Adobe just is not cooperating. Either I don't have a fucking sound there, or if I don't have a, it's just not working. Whatever, it's not important. So, what can I say? This was experience that I have not thought I would have in upcoming years. Because I've been doing this for 2.5 years, or it's gonna be 3 years next. I think next March, and Zuzanna has been only in the sport for 2-3 years as well. So for us, it's been something incredible. So it just means a lot. Zuza she's the type of athlete that she does not care much for anything. She has, I don't know, her knee hurts a little bit and she just goes and gets it done and does not care. And of course she knows the protocols that she has to follow, like load management, pain management, etc. But the thing is, she's not losing any time over it. She just accepts it that it's there, and then she just goes on and does the training based on the protocols she has, and that's basically it. It's with other athletes, they sometimes lose. They sometimes lose so much time on bothering, oh, my shoulder hurts. What can I do? How much can I rehab this? How can I make it better? And instead of just getting the work done with the protocols that are set in place, they always try to find something else, something different. So Susan doesn't do that, and it makes all the difference in the training. On last week squat, we had a little problem. She kind of forgot how to squat. She does have 2 times frequency, which for most lifters is enough. But her telling me oh, I forgot how to squat, could be nerves. It could be also the fact that she needs more frequency. But due to her pain in her knee, she kind of has loose tendons in the knee, and her tibia just laterally shifts. So it's not really all that well, and it should not be happening, obviously. But it's something we're working on, and it's just not immediate fix. And yeah, she just got it done. She did squat 205 in prep. It was not the best squat, but obviously the peak and taper did her well, because I think there was at least 2.5 reserve on our end. But let's start from the beginning, from the 185.
185
I hope
kilos.
you'll be able to hear Miss Amelia. That has been awesome commentator,
to watch,
and she
see her
saw
progress
us
over the last
at
couple
Malaga.
of years. She's competed internationally.
Exactly.
And
so
come in and
I'm covered with a fucking blanket because I'm
for the
cold.
crown in your first
Can you
year
imagine that?
of a junior up against such a pro like Clara.
Yeah. So the first attempt, I wanted to open higher. My plan was to hit 190, 200, and then we would go basically for whatever need. My goal for this competition was to just shadow Clara, because I thought she was saving herself on the world games, which was not the case, because she kind of did not succeed on third attempts. So since that, I knew that, hey, we might not have to shadow her. We will basically do what we want to do, which was what we did. Funny enough. But so I went with conservative 185 because I don't know what the cut was gonna be, because we were water cutting. It was so much humid there, the elevation, jet lag. I was like, let's start light. We don't have anything to lose. And based on the openers, we were already had 30 kilos. I'm like, fuck, we don't even need to go anywhere else. We can just do this. We can do our work, do safe 9 out of 9, and yeah. So the first attempt,
seeing what she does.
Easy work.
And there you go, raw strength.
In Germany, we did have problem with depth, but that was because we switched to heels. I wanted to kind of make it easier for her because she likes heels more than flat, but she's not stronger, nor she does hit depth in heels, which is kind of strange, but it's just the case with her. So basically we did that, and her depth improved immediately right away. She also sinks it a lot more because she's afraid to not get the depth again after Germany. But yeah, this was just phenomenal. Super fast, super easy.
Fast opening attempt there.
Exactly. Chef's kiss. That was our signature move for this meet.
And I have to agree with her.
Yeah, just look at the depth. Oh, like Jesus, that she's like that as the ground. Like Jakub should learn from that. He'll hate me for this, but
first year as a junior already.
This was super well. Oh, here's Daisy. Yeah, she made pretty good attempts on the squad. I'll have to find her. It's gonna take us a little bit of time, but it's fine.
10 kilo jump to 195.
Here we did 195, which was supposed to make us safe, because we know Clara is not gonna do more than 192.5. To be honest, I don't remember what she did. I just know we did more, and that was already the shadow wink we wanted. I wanted to shadow her on seconds, and then on thirds we would have the possibility to do basically whatever we wanted. So I'll get to it. No more yapping around. This was coach. I loved him. He let us do what we wanted to do, and that made such a huge difference when we could have focused on the attempts and not having to, fight with him. Some head coaches, they do want to have the last word on the attempt, or they, talk to the athlete and tell them some different things that I tell them, and it kind of, it intercepts the message that comes from me, and it, especially for a young athlete, if it was somebody in open like 24, 25 years old, they're kind of already set in what needs to be done. But Zuzanna she can be influenced because she's young. She's not as fully experienced as she could be, obviously in later age. So I was super happy to have this coach there, and it also, I think it showed on the performance as well. So I give him credit for that.
To think where she might end up.
Super easy depth again. Fired from the hole. Incredible. So incredibly fast. I knew we kind of had like 210, which is I think the world record, but I just didn't feel the need to set up for that just yet due to the knee, and due to just being chill. It would get us to 580.5, which is still good, but it's not gonna make any difference in the first place. It would probably get us to the best lifter of the whole competition, female best lifter, but yeah, it just was not worth it. Or with the knee, it you never know when it can do something irreversible, like it's just gonna tear a ligament and then we're completely done. So I just did not feel any need to push her as much as I could have.
No world where she's going to get red lighted for depth either.
Exactly, like we made sure in prep that that's not gonna happen.
And our final second attempt of the round.
I loved watching Daisy compete. It was actually my second time I saw her compete. Yeah, she's an awesome fighter, and once she figures out her deadlift, she's gonna be the real threat to 76s as well. But that will probably take time. So yeah, let me find the benches. Oh, this is my sub-junior 76s. Ooh, Lenka. Okay. I'll do a recap on Lenka as well. I'll do a recap on all of my guys and girls from the competition. Here's Cedric. So yeah, Let me
Mariska
find
Martens from Belgium,
my
105
champ.
kilos. 5
That
kilo
was
jump.
3 groups, so we
2.5
actually
kilo
had a lot of
personal
time to
best here
recomp
on the
and just
second.
basically get everything where we wanted it to be. So that was also a huge difference. We just, even though we waited in last almost,
And
I
a
think we
good
were like
lift, 3 white lights.
fourth
Opener.
or fifth from the bottom. Since Zuza was she in the night before, she waited in like 76.2. So I was like, let's fucking get some dinner, breakfast and stuff. But obviously she was a little scared, so she did not get the breakfast. She woke up late. She just only got like some sips of water, maybe a little crackers, and she weighed in 74.8, which is like 1.2 kilos below her weight class. So if we are able to get those kilos there, it's gonna make a big difference in how 600 will look. Because if we can weigh in at like 75.5 and have dinner, lunch, and just full on meal before even weighing in and still being at 75.5, the 600, that's gonna be a smoke show. So yeah, New Zealand. Also happy to meet Jason Clark. Like that
now the phenom, that
was awesome.
Zuzanna
Called me an
Mazur.
iPad kid because I had an iPad on a platform and like, man, I need my notes. What do you mean? So personal best 105. Yep, we did 5 kilos above that because when we were in Germany, the bench was not consistent at all because we had only like 6 weeks of training with the sync technique. Because after Malaga, I was like, no, we're not gonna be light touching that shit because the syncing is just so much better for women. I think for guys, light touch is pretty good because they have just so much more muscle mass on the upper body as compared to women, and I think women need all the mechanical advantage they can get from the sync and just transfer it into the weight on the bar. So that's what we did.
Has an incredible lead,
and we figured out how to keep the butt on the bench, and it was just, that shit was so good.
She actually dropped her opener from 112.5 to 110.
Yeah, our initial opener was at 112.5 just because I wanted to go 122, 125 on the end attempt, but I just was like, why do we need to push it as much? We're like, we don't. We need, at that point of the competition, we kind of already knew that we are gonna be ahead, so there was really no reason to just push it. So, is it playing?
Not a great drop, but just wants to get a comfortable opener in, I'm sure.
Exactly, that was it. You can just see the raw power on her just grabbing the bar and eating it off the rack. That was just insane.
Wow, and it is super clean. 3 white lights, a good lift.
No different from her squat, really just raw power, completely untamed.
Yep. That's just all there is to her. After Germany, like in Germany, we knew the power was there. We just did not have the execution or the coordination that was needed for our attempts to succeed. So, that was basically our whole prep was just coordination and making sure that the lifts are clean as possible.
Amy Guthrie from Great Britain, 110 kilos, opening 5 kilos below her personal best.
Sorry, I zoned out.
Could be in the fight for a bench press medal.
I was zoned out because I'm getting text messages from lifters and I'll probably have to reply, but after I'm done filming this. We had some competition that I did not, I saw them coming. It was a Canadian girl that did 5:30, I think, which was pretty solid. It was her, Miss Lebres. I don't know her name, so sorry. But she did pretty well on squats. So yeah, I was amazed. Here's Daisy, but all right, this is Zuzanna. Was this second or third? Oh, this is third. Yeah.
Great final bench.
I think we had, conservatively, we had 2.5 there, but again, there was just no need to do it. There was, again, if I was chasing numbers, I could have done 2.5 there, 2.5 squat, which would make 580 total, get the first place, maybe even more, maybe 7.5 left on the table, but there was really no need to go absolutely all out. If we were fighting for first position, then maybe, but not here.
Mazur, and she is just so incredibly impressive.
It was basically what we did in Germany. That's where we went all out. That's why also our openers there were
with her opening
quite
deadlift, if it doesn't
higher than we did here, because the goal was to show up in Germany the strength we have, but you know, again, the execution wasn't there, so we couldn't have done that.
Pain should be 42.5 kilos off of 600, which seems a long way away now, but with the jump she...
Okay, those were the benches. Let's look at the deadlifts, because that was where the show kept going. And you use that
1.5 kilos. I wouldn't be surprised.
Again, we lowered the opener from 232.5 just to make sure, you know, nothing happens. Because if for some reason her knee acted up, for some reason we did not get the numbers on board, then we'll be completely fucked. So we did 232.5 in training for top set of double width comp plates at RP 6 or 7, was super light, and then we did it for like 230 with like 4 reps in the peak. So I was like, yeah, there's no way she's failing that, but I'll just make sure I don't fuck up. That's why we went lower. Here I gave her the call to like, hey, move the bar, because that platform was already so fucked up. So yeah, we moved it a little bit. Those who know.
Oh, absolutely. She does have that required Polish blood to become a second Agata.
First Zuzanna.
First Zuzanna for sure. This is 7.5 kilos above her.
I hope this is not gonna come any offensive. But we have already like surpassed Agata in her age, I think. I'm not sure about the numbers, but you know, we did the deadlift record at 19 years of age as a first year junior, so she definitely has the potential. Like, there is zero doubt. From this point on, it's gonna be all on me not messing anything, because she has the strength, she has the health, all she needs is tweaks. I'll talk in another video more about her split, but basically we are doing the same split since the beginning, which has been for like 8 to 9 months, maybe 10. I don't remember the day we started, but it hasn't been a year even. And we're doing the same split. I'm just tweaking secondary sessions. I'm tweaking ascending or descending work on the back downs after the top singles, of course. And you know, it has been, some lifters just want like a huge change after 2-3 blocks because they don't like it or they don't enjoy it. This comes back to who is Zuzanna, because she does not care what she does on the training. She enjoys it because she's strong, and she enjoys it because it doesn't hurt her. In the beginning, we had so much pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain. It was all over the place. Now we have only the knee pain that just remains, because in the beginning wasn't sure what was the problem. But now that we know, it's going to be completely different as well. And it's small tweaks. I'm not even going to change the plan after a competition. I wanted to add third squat. I'm probably not going to do that, because I think that one session where she lost her head on, oh, I forgot how to squat, was just a bad session. There wasn't nothing else to it. The next session, she already knew. So yeah, it makes no sense to adjust more than it's needed to be.
Personal best deadlift, and already gives her a 30 kilo total PB. sending her to 552.5 on
That's
her
insane.
opening deadlift, and 19 years old.
That was so easy.
That is ridiculous.
You could have saw here on her
5 on her
that her
opening deadlift,
toes
19 years old.
go up here. We used to have toes out a little bit more, but what happened is she lost her stability more often than not. So I was like, let's shift those in a little bit, like 1 to 2 centimeters or inches for USA guys. And was an inch. So it becomes a little better. I think if we did not do this, she would lose this at the lockout, probably, because she would lose the balance. Because that's what actually happened with the hook grip when we were doing, but the hook grip was the cause by its own. So maybe she wouldn't lose it. Maybe I'm talking shit, but it just made the difference, and she felt a lot more safer since we did that.
Ridiculously fast.
Yeah, that was
Very white light
chef's
in
kiss
good lift, and
again.
another chef's kiss.
Definitely an athlete to keep your eyes on, not just in the
yeah.
years.
Here we did 12.5 kilo. Here's my iPad.
240 kilos.
We already had. She was so hyped. Like,
Junior deadlift record.
I have not seen her this hyped on competition since we started. She was also all the time like toned down, kind of a numb to the competition. Could have been because of her past, could have been because of her experience on other competitions. But here she was like ecstatic. She was jumping around. She was so energized. I was so happy to see that, because when she came to me, she was burned out and she wanted to quit the sport. And to see her actually enjoy the competition, it meant to me more than the win itself. Because if we won and she was not having fun, it would be basically fail on my part. But since she enjoyed it, she was happy. Oh, that brings tears to my eyes, because that's all that is important to me.
Belonging to Agatha Shitko.
So here we'll actually see she's kind of gonna grab the bar and just rip it, because she has so much raw power. She does not care for the technique all that much. But I did not really see this in training, because in training she does have it's not like a super stiff bar, nor it's a deadlift bar, but it's a little noodly. So in training, when she does that, it pulls the slack before she actually engages the leg drive. So it works. But with the stiff bar that does not bend, it's not gonna work for her. And that's what happens here.
It'll be really tough for Clara, but she's looked so strong.
She grabs the bar and she kind of kicks it in front of her, because she is not fully engaged with her legs and she's not fully connected to the ground, or not as much as she could be. I knew she got this, but like it should not look this way, but I knew she had more. You see, she started in front of herself, it went to her body, bent her over a little bit. That's why it looked a little heavier. But you know, since we switched to the mixed grip, we already know that grip is not letting go. Oh yeah, when she jumped on me, bro, she rocked my ass. Like, she's so strong. That just, I did not see it coming. I mean, I saw it coming, but my life flashed before my eyes. We'll look at Clara, because based on her second attempt, I did not think she had more than 5 kilos, and this was awesome to see. Like, the grind, and she got it. It's like, it was insane. I did not think she had that, so I'm like, well fucking done. This is a good call for this attempt. Obviously, emotion is there, and rightfully so. Awesome attempt. Now we are loading the 250.5. To be honest, I was not sure if she had that, but I was like, why not load it? We did it in training. Yes, it was bumpers, it was a wobbly bar, but at the same time it was RP7 at training. So why not load it? We already won our second attempt. Let's load it. Let's get the world record. Let's put her name in the history, and let's show that we belong where we belong. And I'm not gonna say where we belong, because they know, we know. It's just a matter of time until we get there, and I swear we will get there. And this, that was a... I'm still getting like chills because the whole room was standing for her, and like they all were cheering on her. There was no, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It was like everyone was there to see it and to witness it and to cheer on her and help her get it. And when she got it, unfortunately it's not gonna be there because the camera turns to the spectators. Oh yeah, like good shit. I think she actually could have had 2 kilos more there, so like 252.5. But at this weight, anything can be a breaking point. Dude, she jumped on me much harder than on the second attempt, and there was like 4 or 5 cameras on us, like taking pictures, filming everything, and it was such a surreal moment. Like I can't describe it. I was at that point when it happened. I was not like present. I was so ecstatic, euphoric. It was just, I don't know how to describe it. It was surreal. It still doesn't feel real. So yeah, we took that record, baby, and we will take the squad record too. The bench record is gonna take us a little bit more time, but I'm sure she will get pretty close to that, since she has long arms. But the sync helps her a lot, and she has just raw power, so it's only a matter of time. So yeah, it was Melina Lebrasor, Sour, I don't know, sorry. But yeah, oh, she did 520. Okay, but it's still, this is such a good work, and Clara, it was big props to her because she competed 2 weeks ago where she did 555. So just even to chip it by 5 kilos on as many competitions as she did this year, it was just awesome to see.
Record. Zuzanna Mazur from Poland with a total of 575.5.
Could have 2.5 here, 2.5 here, so that could have been 588.5, which is I think 33 kilos from the world record open. So now we need 38. I'm sure we can add 10 kilos here in 3 months. 5 to 7.5 here. If we had 5 here, it's just gonna be 20. We will be at 600 mark by end of the year. So now it's really gonna depend on if we will want to show up on Euros, which is my plan is not to show up on Euros. We'll compete there, but we'll try to do this total on like 6 attempts and then call it a day, because I want to keep the momentum going into what possibly could be our biggest competition, which is in January. But I'm not having my hopes up, but it's really all gonna come down to, I think, favoritism at right now, and because Zuzanna is sponsored by SBD, so there's a high chance that we might be there. I don't think we will, but the chance is there, which I was hoping since Germany. If we show up in Germany, it would have been better, I think, because here we would have higher total, but it is what it is. And yeah, but there's 2 in next year, so if it's not January, it's November, because then we'll show up on Euros. We will have big fights, because there is Laura Matalan, which has 590 total. There is Krenon, which ended second. And then there's obviously Carolina, that did 620, I think. I don't remember the number, to be honest. So yeah, it's all gonna come down to that competition in the Open next year, which will 100% be there, and we'll be ready. So this was kind of official, put on notice for 76ers that Zuzanna Mazur from Poland is coming, and she's ready at just 19 years old. Imagine that we have 4 more years in juniors. So the nomination will just be, it will be disgusting. So yeah, this has been my 30-minute yap video. Thank you so much if you finished it till the end. If you did, comment Zuzanna is the fucking GOAT. Don't write fucking because it's gonna get bleeped, but just write, I don't know, whatever. Just Zuzanna is the GOAT. That's what we're gonna say. And yeah, congrats to all the competitors. Congrats to Clara, Melina, and even Esperanza. Esperanza actually did competition 4 weeks before that, so she did 5:30 there. But even to take on another challenge, it's been just awesome to see. And again, she has bright future. She just needs to figure out her injuries, deadlift, and yeah, she will definitely will be up there in a few upcoming years. She's 19 years old as well, first year junior. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.